Sister Wives. Kody Brown's new competition show will make your jaw drop. Sister Wives star Kody Brown is moving beyond the polygamy spotlight by joining a reality competition series full of jaw-dropping drama and twists. Since 2010, Kody's journey on Sister Wives has showcased his polygamous family with 4 wives and 18 children, challenging views on love and marriage. Kody has faced relationship changes and personal growth while shaping conversations about modern polygamy and non-traditional families on TV. The cast for Special Forces, World's Toughest Test Season 4 has been announced by EW, and the cast includes some of the biggest names in showbiz, including Kody. As per the report, the new season has an 18-person lineup, featuring Jussie Smollett, known for a controversial 2019 hate crime claim and settling legal battles with Chicago, but he has had minimal on-screen appearances since the incident. Teresa Giudice and her daughter Gia, who is an influencer from Real Housewives, are joining Jussie in a surprising new project together. The Real Housewives of Atlanta star and America's Next Top Model winner Eva Marcille, known for an infamous tarantula photo, will join the show along with Kody. Apart from them, Brittany Cartwright, Randall Cobb, Eric Decker, Jesse James Decker, Andrew East, Sean Johnson East, Mark Estes, Chanel Amon, Brianna, Chicken Fry LaPaglia, Johnny Manziel, Ravi V. Patel, Christy Pierce Rampone, and Nick Young will also be featured as they tackle some of the intense challenges from the actual Special Forces selection process. Fans can start seeing Kody and the rest of the cast when Special Forces Season 4 premieres September 25th on Fox. Special Forces, World's Toughest Test drops celebrities into a brutal 10-day military-style training course inspired by real Special Forces selection. With shoots in remote locations like Jordan, New Zealand, and Wales, participants face intense challenges, from helicopter water drops to ravine traversals, all directed by ex-special operators such as Rudy Reyes and Jason Fox. The show breaks from the norm by doing away with traditional eliminations and rewards. Instead, recruits leave only by quitting, failing a task, or being medically withdrawn. From Cam Newton stripping down to his boxer shorts during a tense interrogation to Brody Jenner falling ill after training in contaminated water, the show exposes real character under pressure and forges unlikely bonds of camaraderie. Kody joining Special Forces adds an unexpected twist to the show. Best known for his role in a polygamous family, he now faces tough challenges that will test his strength, focus, and determination. This is an opportunity for him to step out of his comfort zone, prove himself in a new way, and reveal to viewers who he truly is. Joining a reality TV competition could reshape villain Kody's public image by showcasing new sides beyond polygamy. The show will help him display his adaptability and competitiveness as he attracts a broader audience. The shift boosts Kody's brand in reality TV, expanding his appeal and relevance in the competitive entertainment industry and modern reality television landscape. Special Forces Season 4 features a bold mix of well-known personalities from reality TV, sports, and the world of controversy. Sister Wives star Kody, along with others like Jussie, will face extreme physical and mental tests unlike anything they have experienced before. This season promises authentic moments of struggle and growth that could change how viewers see these celebrities beyond their usual roles. However, a popular Sister Wives cast member has promised fans they will leave America again for a bold new adventure. Sister Wives Season 19 was split into 2 parts. The first part began in September 2024 and ended in February 2025, while the second part aired from April to June 2025. The first half focused on former patriarch Kody Brown's strained relationships with his original 3 wives, Mary, Janelle, and Christine Brown, and looked at his new monogamous life with his only remaining wife, Robin Brown. The second half shed light on a tragedy. Janelle and Kody's son, Garrison Brown, died by suicide in March 2024, and how the family reacted and coped with the devastation was the focus. Since her son's passing and her split from Kody, Janelle has been reinventing herself, and this includes a recent trip she took to Canada, where she got over her fear of driving in a foreign country. Janelle described the feat as a fun challenge and felt like she accomplished something and proved her ability to herself. In another Instagram story, Janelle was given several suggestions about other places to see in Canada, to which Janelle had a pointed response. Janelle's response means she isn't done stepping out of her comfort zone and trying new things. By already conquering her hesitation to drive in a foreign country, she now has other doors open to her. Janelle wants to see more of Canada and expand her horizons, something she likely would not have had the opportunity to do if she was still with Kody. She is making the most out of her second chapter of life and doing things for herself, now that her children are grown, and she has nothing holding her back. Janelle moved to North Carolina after Garrison's passing in Sister Wives Season 19 to start a farm with her daughter, Maddie, and her family. But Janelle is not limiting herself to farm life, as she has been a very active person since leaving Kody. By trying new things and going on bold adventures, she is proving how much she is capable of. In another Instagram story, Sister Wives Janelle mentioned that she has an upcoming Alaska cruise, so the sky is the limit for Janelle after being done being a sister wife. However, a star from TLC's Sister Wives is embarking on new adventures now that she is no longer with family patriarch Kody Brown. Janelle Brown took to social media to share details on a lifetime first she recently tackled, and fans loved it for her. On August 5th, Janelle shared a handful of photos along with an explanation on her Instagram page. "I went to Canada for the first time this past weekend," she gushed. Janelle explained that it was a super fast trip she took to connect with friends and a member of her Plexus team. "Despite the trip being a short one, the Sister Wives star tried to maximize my short time and see what I could see." She packed quite a bit into the trip and shared specifics with fans regarding her trip highlights. Janelle revealed she came upon both the world's largest pierogi and sausage, and she enjoyed the beautiful landscape with acres and acres of crops. The Sister Wives star played cornhole while at the airport in Edmonton, and she enjoyed being where the nighttime sky was still somewhat light. She also noted she enjoyed gravy with fries as the only offered and normal choice. It was great. Multiple Canadian fans took to the comment section to give Janelle additional suggestions should she ever have the chance to return. "We have more to offer here. LOL. Come back anytime," encouraged one fan. Another fan commented, "I'll love that you came here. I live in Calgary and didn't know we had sausage and pierogi, 6 statues." In December 2022, Janelle and Kody announced they had separated. Also, sadly, the Sister Wives stars lost one of their sons. Garrison Brown died in March 2024. In addition, Janelle left Flagstaff, Arizona, and moved to North Carolina. Despite the difficulties of the past couple of years, the Sister Wives star seems to be thriving, and her trip to Canada is just the latest big adventure she has embraced with her newfound freedom. However, Sister Wives Season 19 didn't just expose Kody Brown's fractured relationships with his former wives, it practically destroyed the entire foundation the show was built on. After years of deflection and avoiding accountability, the tell-all forced the Brown family patriarch to confront his biased behavior. The cameras might have stopped rolling, but Christine Brown Woolley still has a lot to say. In her upcoming book, the ex-sister wife finally addresses one of the most controversial moments from Sister Wives Season 1. In a recent Instagram reel, Woolley was seen reading a passage from her upcoming book, Sister Wife, a memoir of faith, family, and finding freedom. The excerpt brought up an incident that occurred during Sister Wives Season 1, Episode 4, when Woolley went into labor with Truthful Brown, and Kody was nowhere to be found. According to Woolley, instead of staying at the hospital with her, Kody rushed home to be with Robin Brown. Back then, Kody and Robin were just engaged, so for the Brown family patriarch to prioritize his fiancée over the birth of his daughter left the former sister wife feeling sidelined. "He needed to check in. I don't know, the kids? Her feelings about my labor?" wondered the reality star in the video before giving the camera a pointed smile. What made the situation even worse was the fact that Woolley had experienced a miscarriage a year before Truthful was born. Not just that, but Truthful was lying high, Christine's blood pressure was dropping, and her water had just broken. In the middle of all this, she had to call Kody herself and ask him to come back to the hospital. Meanwhile, Kody was back at the house, with absolutely no sense of urgency or concern for his wife, who was going through a lot. The fact that he could have missed the birth of his child didn't even seem like an issue to Kody, and that speaks volumes about where his priorities truly were. For years, fans of the show have debated whether Kody's detour was even needed, or if he was just using the excuse of grabbing his bag to go and spend time with Robin. Since the rest of his family was coming to the hospital anyway, one of them could have easily brought his things to the hospital, which only adds to the shoddiness of this entire situation. A moment from the episode also shows Kody and Robin sharing a kiss while trying to hide it from the cameras. This comes across as extremely hypocritical, especially since Kody and Robin spent most of Sister Wives season 19 insisting that their courtship was modest, pure, and church-approved. However, their carefully constructed narrative completely falls apart in this moment. What's all the more shocking is how Robin and Kody didn't even really try to avoid the cameras. Robin's attempt to shut the door almost felt more theatrical than sincere, and Kody even went as far as to joke about kissing his girlfriend while his wife was in labor. For Wooly, watching all of this back must have been devastating. Not only was she left to deal with a high-risk labor on her own, but she would have had to relive the moment knowing that her ex-husband was busy sharing playful moments with his then-fiancé. Kody wasn't done being insensitive to Wooly, though, because later on, he once again makes her feel sidelined as she's actively giving birth to Truly. Instead of being fully present and attentive to his wife giving birth, Kody struck up a conversation with the doctor and decided it was a good time to ask them for IVF advice for Mary Brown. Not only was the conversation inappropriate and unprofessional, it also shows just how little regard he had for Wooly's struggle in that moment. Even the doctor was uncomfortable responding to the Brown family patriarch because of how self-centered and tone-deaf the whole interaction was. To no one's surprise, when Robin gave birth to Solomon Brown a year later, Kody spent every waking moment by her side. This was just the beginning of Kody's neglectful treatment of his other wives, though. It's proof that the minute Robin entered the plural family dynamic, things shifted for the others. It's no wonder Wooly chose to revisit Truly's birth in her book, since it helped her realize that Kody wasn't really committed to their marriage the same way she was. However, it was a quiet Sunday morning in Flagstaff. The sun was peeking through the clouds, casting golden rays across the red desert landscape. But inside Kody Brown's house, the mood was far from bright. Kody sat alone on the edge of his bed, scrolling through old family photos on his phone. Smiling faces, group vacations, birthday parties filled with laughter. But those memories now felt like echoes from another life, before the tension, before the distance, before the silence. For weeks now, Kody had been feeling it, something shifting in the family dynamic. It wasn't just a bad day or a few arguments.
It was deeper than that.
He had tried brushing it off, blaming stress, the move, or the pandemic. But now, he couldn't ignore it anymore. He was not feeling the love. Mary barely looked him in the eye during their last dinner together. Janelle seemed preoccupied with her grown-up kids and talked more about RV living than their marriage. Christine was already building a new life in Utah, and Robin, well, even Robin had begun pulling away, overwhelmed with her own children and the pressures of keeping the family afloat. Kody decided it was time for a family meeting. That evening, he asked all the wives to come together at the common family room, a space that once echoed with joy, but now felt eerily cold. They sat in a circle, some crossing their arms, others checking their phones, waiting for Kody to speak. "I called this meeting," he began, his voice unusually low and serious, "because I feel like I'm slipping away from all of you. I'm not feeling the connection. I'm not feeling the love." The room was silent. Mary cleared her throat but said nothing. Janelle avoided his gaze. Christine stared at the floor, while Robin finally looked up, her eyes misty. "You've been distant too, Kody," said Janelle. "You've been angry, defensive, and honestly hard to talk to." "That's because I've been trying to hold this family together while feeling completely isolated." Kody snapped, the pain behind his words breaking through. Christine finally spoke. "I left because I didn't feel seen anymore. Not by the family. Not by you. You were there physically, but emotionally, you were already gone." Robin reached out and touched Kody's hand. "I know you're hurting, but you have to understand, we all are. We've lost the harmony we used to have. And love isn't something that stays without effort." Mary looked up slowly. "You and I have been distant for years, Kody. We tried counseling, we tried communication. But truthfully, we've been in a friendship, not a marriage." Kody looked around the room. These women had been his world for decades. They had built homes, raised children, survived judgment from outsiders. But now, the bond that once felt unbreakable was cracking. "I don't want to lose you all," he said, voice trembling. "But I can't keep pretending everything's fine when I feel like I'm the outsider in my own family." Silence again. Then, unexpectedly, Robin stood up. "Then let's stop pretending," she said. "Let's talk. Let's yell if we have to. Let's cry. Let's fix what we can and accept what we can't. But let's stop hiding behind politeness and really deal with what we've become." One by one, the wives nodded. It wasn't a promise to fix everything, but it was a beginning. That night, they didn't leave the room until the early hours of the morning. They talked. They cried. Some walls remained, but others began to crumble. Kody didn't feel all the love yet, but for the first time in a long time, he felt hope. However, it was a tense evening in Flagstaff. The Arizona wind howled outside as the Brown family gathered at Janelle's house for what was supposed to be a peaceful family dinner. But the air was thick with tension, and it wasn't long before everything unraveled. Kody sat at the head of the table, arms crossed, his brow furrowed. He hadn't touched his food. Robin sat beside him, nervously glancing around. Mary and Janelle sat on the other end, avoiding eye contact, while the adult children lingered quietly in the living room, sensing that something was about to explode. Then Kody spoke, his voice tight with restrained anger. "I need to say something. And I don't care if it makes anyone uncomfortable. Christine has turned this family against me." A heavy silence fell over the room. Mary looked up in shock. "Kody, what are you talking about?" He stood up, pacing. "Ever since Christine left, things haven't just changed, they've crumbled. My own kids barely talk to me. They look at me like I'm the villain in some story Christine's been telling. I'm tired of pretending everything's okay." Janelle leaned forward, her face tense. "Kody, this isn't about Christine poisoning anyone. The kids have their own experiences. They've seen the distance, the anger, the favoritism. You can't blame Christine for everything." But Kody didn't back down. She left, and instead of helping the family heal, she told the kids I never cared, that I didn't love her, that I picked Robin over everyone. And now they all believe it. Even you believed it once, Janelle. Robin finally spoke up, tears in her eyes. "Kody's trying, but no one wants to see it. Every time we try to talk, it turns into a blame game. Maybe Christine did feel hurt, but so did Kody. No one ever sees that." From the living room, Gwendolyn and Gabe exchanged a glance. Gwendolyn finally stood and came forward. "Dad," she said softly, "we didn't turn against you because of Mom. We turned away because you weren't there. When she left, it was like you just disappeared from our lives too. We needed you to fight for us, but you chose distance." Kody's eyes filled with frustration. "I've been fighting. Every single day, I fight for this family. But not for all of us," Gwendolyn replied gently. "Just for the version you still want to exist." Christine wasn't there, but her presence was everywhere. Her decision to leave had shaken the Brown family at its core, but it also forced hidden truths into the open. For years, fractures had been ignored, covered with fake smiles and hopeful promises. Now they couldn't be ignored. As the evening wore on, nothing was resolved. Kody sat back down, defeated. No yelling. No more accusations. Just silence. In that moment, each family member realized something critical.